Hi, welcome back to Investor Insights. I'm Vic, and I just want to provide an insight into the unemployment numbers, the non-farm payrolls coming out in a couple of days. It's July. Now, the June numbers, they're not going to be that impressive. Okay. The ADP comes out tonight for private employment, and a lot of fuss is being made about the non-farm payrolls every month. But personally, I find this game really boring now. People who look forward to basically the busiest trading night of the month, which is non-farm payrolls, the first Friday of every month over in the States, people get all worked up and they set up positions nice and early. It could be a day ahead of the release based on what the ADP, the private number job surveys are tonight. I find this game is getting really repetitious, very laborious, and quite frankly, I don't understand the hype anymore. Because the stock market wants to go up. So it doesn't matter what number that comes out. It's not going to affect the stock market in a negative way. The stock market wants to go up because the system is flushed with cheap money. All this quantitative easing, and I've said this over and over again, is just blowing up several bubbles. A stock market bubble and a bond bubble. It doesn't matter what the number comes out. They have consensus estimates. It doesn't matter if it's 150,000, 110,000. The game has gone far too long. And this also goes with earnings estimates by the analysts. And the analysts and the economists are just a big bunch of lemmings anyway. What they do is lower the estimates. It doesn't matter if it's for a stock or for the non-farm payrolls or the ADP. They issue a nice low number. So regardless of how bad the actual number comes out on Friday night, because the estimates are so low, odds are it's going to be ahead of it. And the market's going to cheer it on. Yay! But that's an illusion, because it's an excuse for the market to go up. And when I mean the market is not a living entity. The market is fueled by speculators, a whole big bunch of fat lemmings who are going to get crushed when the fundamentals catch up. This Friday night, I quite frankly don't even look at estimates anymore. I can guarantee you that if you turn on the computer after you watch this video tonight, it's Wednesday, and you look at the estimates, I can bet you whatever you want that on Friday night, the non-farm payroll numbers are going to crush the estimates. Oh, sorry, I used the word crush. No, it only has to just beat it by a few thousand, and the stock market's going to rally 100, 200 points. It's the same game with earnings estimates. Now, the June quarter's just finished, and there's going to be earnings season coming upon us again. And basically, the analysts can see that things aren't so good. You can tell from the GDP numbers that's going to be coming out tonight that things aren't good. But to give people an excuse to move into stocks and push the bid up even higher, they just lower their estimates. So even if a company last year was making 10 cents a share, they just say this time around, for this quarter last year was making 10 cents a share, the analysts just ratchet it down, and they say our estimates is for this company to make 7 cents a share. And when the company comes in and releases its earnings and it beats the 7 cents by releasing earnings of 8 cents a share, the market cheers and roars and the stock explodes again. But people don't take a step back, especially in this investing environment, and think about where the earnings are going. If this was a normal functioning free capital market, the stock would get crushed. People are going to flee the exits like there was no tomorrow. And if you use the simple concept of PE ratios, that's already out the door anyway. Okay, look at Netflix, 300 times PE. I wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole. That's the number one performing stock this year on the S&P 500, and people are flocking into it like there's no tomorrow. Bunch of lemmings. They're all going to get killed. If you have a stock that earned 10 cents a share this quarter last year, and this year is only earning 8 cents a share this quarter, technically its earnings have gone down 20%. And the share price should be down. But you know what? As I said before, the analysts have pushed down the estimates to only 7. The company beats, everybody cheers. This has been going on for 2 years. In fact, probably closer to 3 years. The markets over in the States are at all-time highs on all the wrong fundamentals. The wrong stocks are going up, the defensives are leading the rally, and the growth companies are stagnating. Why would you put your money into the stock market at this point in time? If your money's already in it, it'd be good to take a breather just to get out and enjoy your gains. When one is in a bubble, you can't feel it. So people don't feel that something's going to implode because they're making money. But yet, when the truth finally hits the fan, it's not exactly the truth, but you know what I'm talking about. These guys are first in line to exit, and by then it's too late. Why take part in speculation? So my advice is, however the numbers come out tonight, whether it be GDP, ADP, and on Friday the non-farm payrolls, right, take a break. Switch off the financial TV and take a step back and work things out for yourself. Employment is going down. Unemployment is rising. The economy is stagnating. I mean, the GDP report's probably going to show less than 1% quarter on quarter tonight. Something along those lines. Now, with stated inflation running at 2%, it means your real growth is minus 1%. To hell with it. I wouldn't be investing in this market when it's at all-time highs, and yet the real growth is actually negative. It's contracting. It's time to wake up and smell the roses. And regardless of if you're a participant in this speculative rally or you're about to jump in, it's time to take a step back and think about what your downside is when the crap hits the fan. And it's just not worth it. And what I've decided to do anyway is to be away on Friday, so I don't have to think about the numbers. Merely food for thought. If you have any questions, you know where to send them. I'll talk to you next time.